Hello, I've just got in from work. It's about 8:30, 8:45ish, and I love what I'm wearing today, but also I have so much I need to do. I'm wearing this coat, which I've really grown to. I really like it. And then I'm wearing my gorgeous scarf, which I've not worn at all this winter, and it's probably the warmest scarf I have, maybe on par with my red one. But it's so gorgeous, and I'm obsessed with, I cannot get over the fact that I made this. It's so perfect. I'm not usually capable of making perfect things, but everything about it is so, it's so even, it's so, the quality, it feels so good. And I can double wrap it so it's really warm, and it's just amazing. The only thing about it is that it's quite heavy, but that's not really a problem. Look at how stunning it is. I'm sorry, I don't like boasting about stuff I do, but I'm just really proud of this. This was my lockdown achievement. It's all so even. I can't get over it. Then I'm wearing a zip up thing, which I like. And then I'm wearing this top again, which I wore yesterday with jeans and boots. Love it. And I'm wearing these earrings for the first time this winter, which I do love dearly, but also do keep getting tangled in my hair, which is not much fun. And I think my hair was sitting well as well today, so that's another thing that sort of helped me feel good. I'm very happy. Now, I've made a list of things I need to do tonight, and I actually need to do them because I am leaving tomorrow. One of them is checking in, another is packing, because for all the fantastic productive things I did yesterday, I did not pack. I mean, I've got a pile ready. It's literally just gonna be a matter of but it's gotta be done. I gotta eat, I gotta empty out the fridge and freezer. Well, not the freezer, the fridge. There were still bread rolls left over from yesterday at work today, and I was so tempted to go and get some more, but I'm going away. And I managed to fit everything in the freezer, which is great, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to fit any more than what I've got. The croissant wasn't as nice as I was expecting. I had it for breakfast and was sort of forcing myself to eat it, and I'm gonna have one again tomorrow, but it definitely wasn't it didn't hit the spot at all. But the bread rolls was so good. I also got another donut today at work. People just keep bringing me donuts. It's so lovely. I'm so happy about it. Do you know what? I feel like I enter this room, I come in here, I start the camera, and suddenly I'm filled with energy. I'm so hyperactive. But anyway, gotta do all those things. I think there's a couple of other things that I've just forgotten to say, but I did write it all down earlier today, so hopefully that means I won't forget anything. And then gotta make sure that all my rubbish is ready to bring down in the morning as well, because I do not want that to stink up the place for the week that I'm away. And yeah, let's just see what we can do. I think I'm gonna have to end up freezing half the milk, but that's all right. We've got space for it. I purposely allowed space for it because I thought that might happen. All right, let's make a move on. Hello. It is almost 11 o'clock. I am exhausted, and actually like not exhausted in the sense of, oh, I'm gonna like fall straight asleep, but just exhausted in the sense of I have been doing so much stuff and I just want to sit down and stop. I put away my laundry, I checked in, I did my packing, I've done all the washing up and the clearing up and like putting everything into one bin bag, and you know, as much of like preparing everything to be neat and tidy and clean so that when I get back it's not disgusting. I do still need to wipe surfaces, but I think I'll do that in the morning. I've got everything ready for the morning. I've got, you know, I'm very like organized and I feel finally on top of it. Very last minute by my standards. In terms of what I'm bringing with me tomorrow food-wise, I'm gonna have a croissant and a bread roll for lunch and breakfast, and then I'll have a spare croissant for at some point during the day. Although again, I didn't love the croissants, so we'll see. I have said to myself in my head that I'm allowing myself to eat out tomorrow night because I do have all this extra cash and it's a nice way to spend it. For the record, I haven't heard back from the person I met yesterday. It's fine. It's whatever. If he doesn't pay me back, he doesn't pay me back. The only thing that's annoying is that I wish I'd just given him the exact change rather than the £10, but it's fine. I found these fruit roll-ups, which I always used to have at school, but this is a different brand. It's a Kellogg's brand and it's strawberry flavored, and I bought them when I did my big shop and I haven't tried them yet, but I've got one in my bag with me for tomorrow. Then I have a little thing of Smarties, which I think are vegetarian. And the reason I say that is because there used to be a whole thing about it. I remember when I was a kid, it was like, oh, the red is made with, you know, like beetle blood or something. So now I never have Smarties, but surely by now they would have not done that. Why is it in German? Why does it not just say suitable for vegetarians? That's just like a little bit concerning. Right, I'm gonna Google this before I eat it because I'm nervous. Then I found these, which I've had, I don't even know for how long, and they're probably awful. Like, I think maybe my mum brought them over when she came in June, so 6 months. Doesn't have a date on them, but that's probably because it's part of a bigger pack. What happens is I always bring this with me and then I never end up eating it, and that's why it's survived so long, which is a shame because the cookies themselves are quite nice. Basically, I'm taking all the food that I know I wouldn't eat otherwise. And then this I just found in my bag of goodies, and I've never had it before, and it's barbecue flavored, which I can be very hit or miss with, and sometimes I really don't like it and other times I enjoy it. But I was just thinking to myself, I want something salty because I always want something salty with me, and yeah, we'll see how this is and if I even end up eating it. So that's what I'm taking with me, but I did just want to show you one other thing that I've acquired over the last few days that I haven't had a chance to show you yet. This is Hanukkah gelt. So there's only 3 in here, that's quite sad. But basically you would usually get a much bigger bag than this with a lot more Hanukkah gelt in it. And it's just chocolate coins, but it's very like traditional of Hanukkah, and the dreidel game is with Hanukkah gelt. And I don't know if you can see through the netting, there is Hebrew writing on it, which I think is very cool. So I'm not taking that with me, but I did just want to show you. Now, the plan for the rest of this evening, hopefully isn't very much. I've had to open a window, that's how like warm I got myself. I need to upload, I filmed a end of year video yesterday that I need to upload because I'm not gonna have a chance tomorrow, and it needs to go up tomorrow. It's edited, I've even started uploading it, I just need to like finish everything off. And I also want to put all the clips that I filmed today and yesterday onto my computer as well, so that I've got space to film airport stuff and travel stuff. And New Year's stuff, oh my gosh, it's New Year's tomorrow, crazy. I definitely feel like this has been the most like chaotic entry into a new year, or ending of a year, should I say. Those are the 2 main things I want to do, and then I would like to finish watching this movie. I got very distracted by this movie. I definitely took longer with everything because I was watching it. It's called Carry On. It's meant to be a Christmas movie. I would hardly call it a Christmas movie. It just plays songs every so often and it's set on Christmas Eve, but it's got nothing to do with Christmas. But I am enjoying it, and we're now at like the ultimate peak point of like the climax. And you're just like, oh, what are they gonna do? As I say, I've got like 20 or so minutes left, so I'm hopeful I can finish it off before I go to sleep. I'm kind of not caring about what time I go to sleep tonight because I know obviously I need to get up on time for work tomorrow, I can't sleep in. But I'm also like the adrenaline of needing to get to an airport. Oh, I haven't booked my train yet, I do need to do that. Travel is restricted tomorrow, which is annoying. but at least there is an option for me, so we'll be all right. It's not impossible. But yeah, I'm sort of very aware that the adrenaline of tomorrow will keep me awake. So and also I finally, I'm gonna have a week off to sleep and do nothing. My friend and I currently have no plans except Taskmaster, which is gonna be the night of the 1st. Tomorrow, no, 2 nights from now. And I think just knowing that I'm so close to like sleeping is amazing. And resting, just like properly, you know? And the timing's actually quite good because there'll be lots of end of year stuff that I won't be able to start tackling until after the 31st because they're like all the wrap ups and things. And even though I won't film anything while I'm there, I don't think, I can make sure everything is perfectly planned and ready so that as soon as I get back, we can film stuff. All right, what else? I need to charge all my devices tonight. But aside from that, I think we are more or less done. So let me put the food with my other food, and then I'm gonna do the YouTube stuff and the camera stuff, and then I'm gonna finish watching the movie, hopefully, and going to sleep, hopefully. I did have to move my whole duvet while I was doing all the packing and folding and stuff, and I just hope I can find the end of it, because it's a big duvet, which is great, but I just need to, you know, be able to get into bed. All right, final stretch. Hello, it is 7:45 in the morning, give or take, a bit earlier. I slept quite well. Do you know what? I was quite anxious, and I forgot to mention this on yesterday's vlog, but last night or 2 nights ago, I was also very anxious, and I don't know why. Like, I don't even think it was because of New Year's. I think tonight maybe was partly because of the flight, but aside from that, like, I just can't pinpoint what it was, but sometimes that just happens with anxiety. So it did take me a moment to like calm myself down, but we got there and I went to sleep. And then I woke up, I think at 6 in the morning, and I thought, nah. And then I woke up again at like 6:45 and I thought, whatever, I'll get up. And actually I'm quite pleased I did that because A, I don't feel too tired, which is great, and B, it's given me the time to really like go through everything, make sure everything is in its right place, all the switches are switched off, all that jazz. I just changed out the battery so I could film this clip and keep this full, but I am gonna pop this back in now and then probably won't film anything until after work. My bag is very full. I hope it's gonna be okay. It should be. I mean, it's squishy, so I can move stuff around or I can wear stuff if necessary, but it's very full. It's always the laptop and the charger. They just take up so much space and weight. But I feel like I'm ready to go. So because it's a bit earlier than when I normally leave home, I'm gonna try and catch the bus. Normally I take the tube just because it's faster, but actually the bus is more comfortable for me and cheaper. And the way I plan to do it today, it should also be less walking to and from. So hopefully that works. I feel like nervous. I feel very nervous, but I think I've got everything. I've got my passport, got my wallet, booked my ticket, booked my train ticket. I think we're ready. I just need to remember to bring my camera and I'm gonna leave the tripod. But I think that's it. Ah, crazy. I also really want to speak to my parents because it's almost New Year's for them and I want to chat to them before the end of the year. We have a lot to catch up on, but first of all, I was able to get an earlier coach from the airport, which is fantastic because I've got home a lot earlier than I was expecting, like 45 minutes earlier, so that's fabulous. I've got a couple of things I need to do tonight before I go to work in the morning, but after that, the rest I'll sort, over the coming days. Tomorrow and Thursday, I am working my regular job, but that finishes sort of around 5-ish, so I should be home, reasonably early. It's gonna feel really early after having done all those double shifts. Like, having a whole evening to myself is gonna feel amazing. Although, as I said, there's a lot I think I need to do. But I've just come in, and first of all, I'm very grateful to myself for having left everything very neat and tidy, which is great. But there's a spot of something on the floor, which is not good looking, and I think it might have come. That was where my bin bag was before I carried it out, and I think maybe I just didn't check before I left, and maybe there was some sort of juice or something that ended up there and shouldn't have. Luckily, I still have some of the floor wipes, so I'm gonna use that now to scrub. What a wonderful welcome. Oh yes, I can see it's actually dripping all the way to the door, so that's actually kind of useful because at least I know what it is and what I can do about it. Watch is coming off. Let's go. Oh, I don't have a bin yet. First, let me grab a bin bag so I can throw all those things into. I am very hopeful that one of these days I'll remember to actually buy bin bags, but until then, we reuse plastic bags from shops and whatever. Let's go. Actually, maybe I should take milk out or something before I do that. Just something to eat. Dear Fontaine, you must send us more money. Oh, Charlie, it's a doctor, there's no time to lose. I might just have bread tonight. That seems like it'll probably be the best option, and then sort through the fridge over the coming days. Yay! In fact, I'm going to stop recording because no point. No. Obviously, as I've said before, I've got lots to tell you about the last week, but I just wanted to show you 2 of the Christmas gifts I got. I got a number of Christmas gifts, but I didn't take all of them back with me because my friend is actually coming over at some point, and I don't think they'll be coming over with, in the next 6 weeks. I don't think they'll be coming over with just hand luggage. And in hindsight, I would have had space for it, and they didn't check my bag, but I didn't want to risk it. So I've just brought 2 things over. Number 1 are these fluffy socks, which, to be honest, obviously I don't wear much pink, but they feel so soft and so cozy, and I'm always looking to get more fluffy socks, so I'm very happy with that. And then this is just absolutely perfect, is this. And it's just perfect. It is a hot water bottle that is blue, and it's got Eeyore on it, and it will match everything in this place because lots of things are Eeyore themed and or blue. So I'm just so happy about it. And actually, just before, in the last month, I was definitely thinking to myself, it would have been useful to have a hot water bottle. So thrilled, 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 thrilled. I'm not going to use it right now though because I'm quite warm. My toast smells like it's burning, so I'm going to go look at that and put these away, and I will probably speak to you either later or tomorrow. Yay, good morning. I struggled to fall asleep last night, big time. I went to bed around midnight and just didn't fall asleep until about 1:30, so that was annoying. Actually, I think it was later than that. But eventually I got to sleep, and once I was asleep, I was asleep. And I didn't really want to wake up this morning, but I naturally woke up and I was like, I should check the time because it's probably close to when I need to get up. And I was 4 minutes earlier than my alarm, so I was like, yeah, I need to get up. And I did everything a little bit slowly this morning, and yet I'm still ready earlier than I was expecting, so that's great. I am tired, and I'm looking forward to having a relatively early night tonight. But I'm also looking forward to washing my hair tonight because that is very desperately needed. And I've made a list of a couple of bits I need to buy in terms of shopping because I've got very little food here, although not nothing. So I don't want to overdo it with the shopping either. But it means that on my way back from work, I just know I can pop in and grab a few things before coming home. I am so excited to come home tonight. I'm wearing this with the green skirt with regular leggings. I think I'm gonna be cold. It's very cold in here and I checked and it's -1 outside. So I do have extra layers, obviously, and a very warm scarf that I knitted myself. And I'm hoping that's gonna be enough. I was gonna make myself a cup of tea, but my milk hasn't defrosted enough. I had just enough for cereal, and even that was a stretch, but I definitely didn't have any spare for tea. But that's okay, I'll have when I get back. And I'll probably have something warm at work as well. All right, let's go, and I will see you when I get back, and hopefully then have a chance to tell you about the last week. See you then. Hello, I have just got home from work. I think it's about 6. I had a really good journey home and also went to the shops. Only bought a couple of things though, had a list, went in ready, I knew what I was getting. There is one thing I've been waiting to buy for the home, and every time I check online it says they have it, and every time I go in they don't. So I think I'm just gonna order it online because it's driving me a little bit mad that they don't. Let me show you what I got. Oh, that's heavy. Why is it heavy? I think it's the orange juice. First of all, I bought some mushrooms, which I would never do, but they were on a sale, or not on a sale, on like the reduced, so I got them. So I guess we're having onions, not onions, well, onions with mushrooms tonight. I don't know I don't know if I've ever made mushrooms myself. I definitely eat them, but I don't know if I've made them. And I already have rice and spinach that was in the freezer that I knew I was gonna use up for supper, but it's quite a small portion, and I think some mushrooms will be all right, and whatever's left over I can have tomorrow night or whenever. I finally bought some bin bags, which is a win. There's the orange juice, which was more of a spur of the moment decision, although I had decided before I went in, but I suddenly realized, I was like, I haven't had that in a while. Some cheese, and it's proper Dutch cheese, which makes me happy. I mean, I say that, I'm not a huge fan of cheese, but I like the more mild and Dutch sliced cheese. Some carrots! And then, this is something I was absolutely craving last night and was devastated to find I hadn't already purchased. Marmite, and I got the big jar because I know I will get through it, although it will take a long time, but I think the expiry date's probably like 100 years from now. Oh, 1 year from now, January 2026. But I mean, it's gonna last, and overall it ends up cheaper. I think that's everything. Now, I did have a bunch of plans for tonight. However, I was sent through an audition that I need to have ready by Sunday. It is today, Wednesday evening, and there's a lot of material to learn for it, and I just want to spend as much of the time as I can looking at it and learning it. As I came out of the shop, it finally started snowing, very, very lightly, but all day it's been saying snow, and I've not been able to see any snow from my window. And finally, as I was coming out of the shop, just like the lightest, loveliest snow, really, really gorgeous. So that made me very happy. But I'm gonna get started with this audition because it's been a while since I've sung, and also I don't want to be singing too late. So I wanna get cracking and just get the voice back a little bit anyway. And I'm expecting my grandma to call me at some point. I'll see you later. Hello, I am filming all of this in a separate video, just about like the process of auditioning, but I have finished with the potatoes whilst trying to learn songs and warm up and stuff like that. And so I've said to myself, once I learn hopefully the 2 songs, but it might just be 1 because I'm going quite slowly through this one, I will start on supper, and I'm very excited by the thought of the mushrooms. I like mushrooms as a flavour, and I'm even more excited about the fact that I've never cooked them before and I'm gonna have onions with them, and I don't know, it makes me happy. But I'm cracking on with this, yay. Hello, let's make some mushrooms. Now, the plan is to fry up an onion and then fry up the mushrooms. We shall see how that pans out. And some garlic, what a win, what a win. Now, I've been trying to use my butter instead of oil, in part because I've heard that butter is better for you, and in part because I have a big thing of butter that I'm never gonna finish before it goes out of date, and so it just seems like it makes the most sense. But I often do end up adding oil as well, although mushrooms are quite liquidy, so maybe we'll be all right. I'm gonna be honest, I'm very tired. My brain feels a lot. I'm just, I don't know. I'm just ready for bed, I think. And it's only like 8 o'clock, is it? Yeah, it's almost 8, right. And I'm cold, but that's my own fault. I was warm. I'm gonna start with the onion. Do you know what? You are not gonna be watching me and I'm not gonna be talking to you the whole time. So I'm gonna play some more of my audiobook. I'm listening to Wicked and I'm sort of just over halfway. And to be honest, I've missed bits because my headphones are broken, although I've ordered new ones. There is a lot I need to catch you up on, but I'm mostly following the story and I'm very much enjoying it. So let's go. You just don't know who I am. I am supremely thrilled with my supper. I haven't started yet, but it looks really good. The spinach is a little bit overdone, but everything else looks really good. And I've even got some orange juice to go with it. I'm very happy. Hello, I'm home from work. It's about 6:30, and I'm very tired. I've got some things to share with you and to discuss and talk about, but I'm not going to do that. I'm first going to sing because I need to really work on this audition that I've got coming up. So I'm going to try, because I'm so tired, and I know that like as the night goes on, I'm going to just get more and more tired. So I'm going to try and work on that at first, and then probably after supper, I'll just be done. At least I have tomorrow off, and that's good for 2 reasons. Number 1, because I'll be able to practice, and number 2, because I can sleep. And I can run. Oh, I can't wait to run. It's been too long, and I've been seeing loads of stuff on Instagram because it picks up. The algorithm just knows what you're into, and obviously, especially with New Year's, I'm sure lots of people posted running and fitness content, and I'm getting a lot of it, and it's just really got me in the mood. And I'm sure I'll talk about that more either in tomorrow's vlog or, if nothing else, in my running video. But in the meantime, let's sing. Christmas and Hanukkah have been and gone, and yet I feel like this is the day that just like all the gifts are coming. And to be honest, a lot of them are paid by me, and some of them I need to order tonight. But I've got 2 packages here that I'm very excited to open. I feel like almost everything I've bought though is out of necessity rather than, like, it's both. It's pleasure and necessity. These 2 parcels I'm expecting to be Bluetooth headphones, which I have said I'm going to get literally for like 6 or 7 years. My sister got a pair of Bluetooth headphones quite cheaply many, many years ago before I left Australia, and I always thought, oh, I should get a pair myself, and then I didn't. But unfortunately, I discovered while I was away that all my running has started to upset my wired headphones. I don't know if you can see, but it's got like slight cuts in the top bit here where my nail is, and then along as well. Like up here as well, I don't know if you can see, and that goes all along. There's just slits across a lot of it. And while I was in Ireland, it kept stopping my music, and which is really annoying because these buttons have never worked. The pause and the volume and the skip and whatever, which I didn't mind. I bought them reasonably cheaply off Argos, and I was just happy to find these headphones that were still wired because I didn't know if I'd be able to buy them anywhere. And I mean, I bought them over 3 years ago, so they've lasted long enough, and they probably would have lasted longer if I didn't try and go running with them. But it was very annoying to try and listen to an audiobook and to have it stop and skip, and you didn't know how far it skipped. And it kept, I think I must have like done the equivalent of hold down a home button. I don't know, but it kept interrupting whatever I was doing with a little thing that said, do you want to use Google Chrome or Alexa? And I was like, I don't want to use either. I don't even know what you want to use it for. It can work as normal. I mean, today I think I had 1 time that it stopped, but aside from that, I could listen to stuff all day. Well, I was at work all day, but on my commute, which was great. But A, I don't want to make it worse, and B, I just need to be able to run. And I really don't want that to be happening while I'm running. So I was able to find a reasonably cheap pair online. I don't think it was as cheap as the one my sister got. I think she got hers for $10, which is £5. This was £9, I think. So I'm not expecting the quality to be amazing, but I'm hoping it's just good enough to play music. That's all I need. And what I loved about this one, which I didn't even realise was possible, but I'm so glad it is it's Bluetooth, but it also comes with a wire. And that's great because my laptop doesn't have Bluetooth, which I think is probably one of the main reasons, well, there's a few reasons, but one of the reasons why I didn't buy Bluetooth headphones all these years, because I knew it would be a nightmare with my computer to not be able to have headphones. So I'm very, very, very excited to open that and see if it works and see if the sound quality is, reasonable. Again, it doesn't need to be amazing, it just means I can run without worrying about my wires getting in the way and keeping my ears warm, which is great. I hope it fits though. I'm a bit worried because my head's, on the smaller side, I think. watch me put this on and it's too small. That would not be good. And then the second thing that I ordered is a leave-in conditioner. And I was looking online. I wanted to buy locally. I wanted to buy in the Sainsbury's or in, you know, a Boots or something. But they just didn't have nothing as cheap as this. That's the main thing. This was the cheapest I could find. And the brand is Cantu, which I've had before as a shampoo and been happy enough with. And also I've just heard good things about generally. Now my hair anyway is reasonably dry, and especially in the winter now it's getting worse, and I'm really looking forward because my leave-in conditioner that I bought in Holland, I think also 3 years ago, has finally reached its end. I was thrilled with that one. Let me grab it actually. That's the brand, so I don't even know if you can tell, but I was very happy with it and used it for a very, very, very long time. But truthfully, it's been running out for like over a month, and I've just been trying to squeeze more out of it, but I'll be very happy to have a new one, and hopefully it'll be good. Now, before I open these, I'm just going to tell you about the other things I need to order. I'm going to order a bin because I don't have one, and I finally bought some bin bags, and I think it would just be nice to have a bin. Like, I wouldn't mind living with bin bags and that's it, but because I'm hoping to stay here, you know, for a good while, I think a bin would be nice. And Argos has one for like £4.50, so we're gonna do it. Discovering Argos has been amazing. Then I'm gonna buy a new pair of running shoes. My mum tried to convince me to buy a pair in Australia, and I was anyway a bit resistant and reluctant, but also we couldn't find any shoes that fit or that were comfortable enough. And I found, I don't know, I just kind of started looking again. Oh, my battery's gonna die. I keep filming too much. One moment. I was so right, by the way, when I asked for batteries for Hanukkah because I knew that I'd be moving out and therefore filming more. I have used my spare batteries so much. But anyway, why is this one out of battery? I charged it. Maybe I took the one that I didn't charge. Okay, this one says it's got full battery, so hopefully it's not lying to me. So I found a pair on Asics that were still expensive and still more expensive than what we'd seen in Australia, but I trust Asics. I know it's a good brand, and I think my mum actually had shoes of theirs a while ago, and I remember trying them on and being like, these are heavenly. And they were on a sale, and they're nice colour as well. I don't like my white ones. I never liked them. I only bought them at the time because I knew I needed them, but I didn't love them. Actually, in hindsight, those were more expensive than the ones I'm going to buy now. So I guess that's good. And again, those were 3 years old, which I think is fine, and they're still fine to wear and to use. But because I'm running more, and well, I never ran before, but because I'm wearing the shoes more, I never wore my trainers except like for dance classes and stuff. I just feel I don't want to be running in worn out shoes, if that makes sense. I just think a second pair is a good idea. That being said, I will need to break them in, which is not great, and I need to order them. So that's one of the things I'm going to do this evening. The next thing I need to order, my parents are also paying for, which is amazing, and it's my Hanukkah gift from them, and it's a mezuzah for the door. Now, a mezuzah is a little scroll you put on door frames in your house and also to the entry of your house, just as like a symbolism of God, I think. And I sort of ventured the idea to my parents that it would be nice to have a mezuzah in this place, or for this place, and they said that would be a nice Hanukkah gift, and I do agree, and I'm very excited. So I'm going to order that tonight as well, and I feel like there was something else, but I can't remember. But the shoes and the mezuzah are the ones I'm definitely most looking forward to. But now, let's open these. I'm very lucky. One of my friends has Amazon Prime and is very gracious with it. Every time I need to order something, I can ask them, and they always say it's okay. I hope it really is. Although I think my grandma also has Amazon Prime, so I probably could have asked her as well. Okay, this looks like it's going to be the headphones. Dun da 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 da. How exciting. There's the brand name, I suppose. I will review in due course if it's any good. I mean, obviously I'll give an initial review, but also while I'm running and stuff like that. It comes with a little case. I wasn't expecting that. Look at that. Very fancy. And cleverly, I didn't notice this. It's got a little clip so you can clip it onto your bag. That's really clever. Ooh, 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 ooh. And this one made me happy because it's blue, which I wasn't expecting. I thought I'd just have to get the worst of whatever. Look at it. Is there a left and right? I mean, I like the blue a lot. I mean, I can feel it's quite light, so I probably need to be careful with it. Will it switch on? Oh, there's a light. It's ready to pair, and it fits. That's fantastic. I can barely hear myself, which is also great. Oh, hang on, I need to pair it. Oh, this is so exciting. Oh, I love this. And it's like it's perfectly covering my ears. Oh, I switched it off. Oh, this is in Spanish. It's connected. Alright, let's play a song. That's how I feel. I did something. That is so exciting. Did I pause it? Oh, yes, I did. Cool, 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 cool. The only thing I'll say is that it's a little bit sore on the ears, but maybe I just need to like mold it into my ears. Look at that. Oh, I love it. And I think this must be, oh, the charging cable and the other thing. It's fascinating to me how nowadays you no longer get the wall plugs, you only get the cords. Well, that's the MP3 one, but this, I wonder, I've switched it off. I wonder if it still works with an MP3 or if you need to switch it on. I would imagine the latter. If there's one thing I've got thousands of, it's USB-Cs. USBs to USB-Cs specifically. That's a reasonably long lead, you can't see it, but it's decent. All right, here we go. Oh my God, you guys. I can feel it in my ears though, it's definitely a bit tight, but I'm hoping it'll get more comfortable and, you know, formed. Here we go. Not once ever has he hit on me, shut up. That works. Amazing. Fantastic. That's really wonderful. That makes me so, so happy. You have no idea. Oh, it says something about not charging it with more than 5V, which I presume is 5 volts. And I have no idea what my chargers are like, but I presume it's not that good. I probably need to check on my potatoes. Oh, maybe I should just turn the oven off. Oh no, they look all right. I'm just gonna give them a stir. Hang on. Right, we've got one more thing to open and then I need to go eat. Ugh, it's such unnecessary packaging. Like that one at least was more or less decent, but usually I find with Amazon, it's way too much. This is a lot bigger than I was expecting and I am thrilled. I was expecting about half the size of that. I'm gonna wash my hair tomorrow after my run, so I am very excited about that. Can you see this? Have a good look at it. There we go. Some wonderful details. Yay! All right, I'm now going to fry an egg because my potatoes have been in the oven for a long time. And then I'm gonna have some yummy supper, probably while watching some YouTube or something. I'm really happy about that. Oh, and I need to order my stuff. I'll do that as well. Yay! Sometimes all you need is some potato, onion, an egg, and it just makes you very happy. And if that means nothing to you, it does to me, and I'm very happy, so let's go. Yay! Hello. I have put my hair up and I'm, you know, winding down. It's 10:15 already. I don't quite know how that's happened. I've just been dilly-dallying a bit and, you know, doing stuff and also not doing stuff. But I did make myself a cup of tea, which I am very excited to drink, although I do think it's still too hot. But I've just ordered all the things I needed to order. It was 4 items in the end, 2 of which say they'll be ready to collect by 10 tomorrow in the morning. We'll see if that's true. The shoes should arrive in the next 2 to 3 days, supposedly, although I don't know if that's business days, so it might not be until like the middle of next week. And then the mezuzah is meant to be like 1 to 2 weeks. It's exciting, but it's also not fun because it's a lot of money I've just spent. And I'm not even done. I owe my friend for some stuff and I've just asked them to tell me how much I owe them and I'm scared. Luckily, I got paid very decently in December and I've just got paid today from the work I did yesterday and today, so like at least I'm getting some money in. And also obviously my parents hopefully will pay me back for those 2 items, and those were the big items to be fair, as in the more expensive ones. So it's not actually as bad as it feels, but it feels pretty bad. By the way, I don't think I mentioned this while I was doing all my squats wearing the headphones. I have decided for 2025 that I'm gonna aim for the entire year to have done a total of 5,000 squats. That's the equivalent of about 15 a day, just under. I did miss the whole first week, so I'm trying to catch up. I'm currently on 60. I did 30 yesterday and 30 today, and I might end up doing another 10 before I go to bed. I've heard squats are good for runners, and I did a 100 squats a day challenge a couple of years ago now for the month of February. Now February only has 28 days, so it was kind of, you know, an easy challenge relatively, but 100 a day is quite a lot. And I always chose to do all 100 in one go, if I could. There were maybe 1 or 2 days where I had to split it, but usually I tried to do them all in one go. And I did enjoy the challenge of it, and it wasn't too hard. Like it's definitely something I can just do. I think if it was like 5,000 burpees, I'd probably cry, but squats is like the one form of strength training that I really don't have a problem with. For now, see me again at the end of the year and 5,000 squats down. It's, as I said, almost 10 o'clock. And, I mean, I could just laze and it'd be so tempting to, but I really feel like I need to edit a video. Only because, not even because I need it for, like, the next video that I can edit, that will go up is the 6th of February. Like, it's just under a month. But I have so much footage on my computer and I'm really worried about running out of space. And I have so many videos I still want to film, and those are more urgent ones because they're the ones that I want to get up in the next sort of month or two. And I need to have space to put them on my computer and edit them and then have the like finished version as well. So I feel like I just need to make a dent into some of the stuff that's taking up a lot of space. And also I need to organize it because yesterday I took 100 files off my camera, and I think they're dedicated to like 3 or 4 different videos. So I just need to organize that because I didn't do it last night because I was too tired. But I have finally done something today, and I need to do my bullet journal as well. I need to do stuff for the new bullet journal. But what I've finally done today, that's what I was gonna say, is I have given in and put an extension cord by the side of my bed, because I do have 2 plugs by the side of my bed, and I only ever use 2 because I have different countries' plugs. And as I mentioned earlier, you no longer get the USB or the wall stuff, you only get the USB. But the reason why I've done the extension thing is because I have like a bedside cupboard next to the bed, obviously. And if I plug things into the wall, I've got quite a big USB charger, which means that I need to push that bedside cabinet forward and things can fall off, and I just don't like that. And it also bends like the leads and stuff, and I just don't want it. And I thought the extension cord would be a problem in the same way, that it would sort of be in the way, but it's actually much more flat against the wall. So it just means I can push the bedside cupboard towards the wall and not have things fall off. And it means that exchanging the USB cords is easier. Usually I only need to charge my phone and my camera with it. But now that I've got the headphones, and there was something else, I can't remember what now, but there was something else I was charging. Oh yeah, my spare batteries. All of those require USB cables, so I am sort of taking them in and out more, and it's just much easier to have it beside me rather than behind. I think this is getting cold now. No, perfect actually. Oh, I'm running out of battery, speaking of.